So why is loyalty important? I feel like loyalty is very important because it shows that we're committed and dedicated to a cause or a purpose in life. I also feel like loyalty is very important because it helps us gain respect. And if we take that into the aspects of like our faith and our relationship with God, I feel like, you know, when we talk about loyalty, it's important that we're dedicated and committed to our faith and to God and to our purpose that God has for us.
When it comes to God's loyalty, it really came through the other day, you know, like I was just praying with my mum and my nan, and all of a sudden I just burst out in tears and I just heard God saying, I've still got you. Because obviously throughout this time, it's been so uncertain with exams and school and everything, I've just felt so stressed and alone. But then God was just like, I've still got you, just remember that. And I just burst into tears.
How do we respond to God's loyalty? In my opinion, I don't think there's anything that could do to match up that amazing love and loyalty that he's given us every day of our lives. But I do think what we can do is honour him by the way that we live our day-to-day lives. I think by the way we live, we reflect a part of Jesus, and that's a part of God, right? The way we live our day-to-day can be a way to be thankful to God for his loyalty for us. Hey guys, welcome to Cruise. This week we are talking about the greatest of all time. We're talking about loyalty this week. If you're wondering where Antonio is, don't worry. Do you know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. I spoke to Dan Watson. I said, I can do this. We don't need him. So yeah. Welcome, guys. This is Chris. This is Jake.
Yeah, me.
How are you?
Good. Good to be here.
Happy New Year. We said that?
No, Happy New Year.
There we
Happy
go.
Year.
All right, so loyalty.
Yes.
What does it mean to you guys? Why is it important? Any opinions, thoughts?
I know loyalty is an interesting one because you don't know someone's loyal until their loyalty's been tested. So people say, oh, he's loyal, or they're loyal, but their loyalty hasn't been tested. So I feel when you go through situations with people, then you can really see if they're loyal or not.
Wow.
If you go through life. So I think it's interesting because you can't go through every situation with everybody, but the people you do go through, you can be like, oh yeah, actually you're loyal to me.
Nice.
And I think it is long term, isn't it? Like you never, when you think of loyalty, in your head, you never think of like any short term friendships, relationships.
Yeah,
you always go back and think, oh, loyalty is actually a long term thing because people do. You prove over time if you're loyal.
Yeah, that's so true.
And you know the weird thing about loyalty, I always think people think it's like, it is that kind of like ride or die. And, but die is very much like, listen, like I will go through fire for you.
Yeah.
When in fact, I think it is conditional. I think, for me personally, got a judgment coming from
No, I'm just like, I'm intrigued to hear you, sorry.
He'll go through fire, but you
I'm like,
a bit of rain.
You know what it is? I think it's conditional. I think it's based on if what you're doing becomes toxic and it's making me toxic,
yeah, I get that.
then that's when the line, but if you're doing a madness over there, but I can still love on you, I'm still calling you to be accountable, I'm good, you can do a madness, but the moment that you start making me toxic, I'm a bye.
Good save.
Yeah.
No, I agree because like it's almost like loyalty is being true to yourself. So a friend, they're not loyal to you if they're not being true to themselves in certain situations. So I can be like, hey Jake, come bungee jumping with me, but you're scared of bungee jumping. But if you be like, hey Chris, I actually don't want to do it, like you're a loyal friend because you're being true to yourself, rather than be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then you don't show.
Fair.
I think you can be loyal to people that you don't necessarily agree with though.
Yeah.
There's friends maybe that you used to have, you don't agree with everything they do, but you're still there for them when it matters. Do you know what I mean? So I think there is that balance for sure.
Definitely. And who in your life, Jake, I feel like I know the answers to this question, but who is the most loyal person in your life and why?
I mean, interesting that you know the answer, but maybe who I'm going to say, I don't know why you'd say.
I don't know, like who are you going to say?
An example I give him to my dad.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go for the why.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Hands down, wife is
Maureen.
loyal, always.
There you go.
You are loyal. But
I would have chosen her.
Only because I was chatting with my dad recently, and I got like a speeding ticket. Don't worry about the details.
Wow. Is that you during COVID?
No. Long time ago, but it took a while to sort out. And I didn't tell him, and I was going through this, trying to figure out how I'm going to pay this. It was a lot of money, like crazy amounts of money. And then I called him, let him know this is where I'm at, and he's like, all right, cool, we'll see what we can do to help. But where I realised the loyalty comes in is because he said, if this ever happens again, I don't know what we can do, but let us know just so in case we can do something, we'll help out. And to me, that was like, that's just
I love that.
loyal, you know what I mean? You can always reach out to that person. They might not be able to help, but they'll be there. They'll do what they can. So wife is loyal, but dad too.
Good save.
Yeah, very good save.
Exactly. How about you? Have you got a significant other that you're wanting to be
What is
loyal?
this?
We've moved to
You know,
relationship.
Yeah, relationship goes.
Because I thought, do you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you, do you want to share? You don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give me a chance.
So you're going to talk about your significant.
No, I'm gonna talk about my mum.
Oh, okay. Literally.
I always like. I'll probably say my friends. Like one of my friends, he's very low in the sense of that I don't have a car, but anytime my mum's traveling, he'll be like, "Yo, can I take you on to the airport for you?" But I don't need to call him to say, like he knows my circumstance. So I'll say he's a very loyal friend in terms of if I'm going for something, I wouldn't necessarily need to ask him or beg him. He'll be like, "I've got you back, bro." And if he hasn't, like your dad, he'll let me know. I see what I can do, but I can't always help.
No, I love that.
Yeah, nice.
So let's talk about the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Mr. G.O.A.T. So I just got a phone call coming through.
Right. G.O.A.T.
It's cruise.
That's Ashley. Hey, Sash. So yeah, God being loyal. I actually have an experience of God being very loyal in my life, and I feel like this was when I was having an argument with my sister, and then I took some time out. I thought, you know what, let me end the conversation before it gets a little bit too wild. Walked away, and as I walked away, I was in my bedroom, and I felt the Holy Spirit say, "Do not go back. Like, let her breathe, and like let her figure it out."
Yeah.
And I was like, "God, I hear you. I see you, but I'm gonna be back." So I went to go back. I went back to talk to her, and we actually got into a physical fight.
Wow.
And then came back, and I was like, "Yeah, God, you were definitely right. I shouldn't have gone back." But I didn't feel shame. I didn't feel like he was like, "Oh my, like I told you not to go back."
Yeah.
I felt that love. I felt like, okay, like, so what are we, like your dad, like what are we gonna do now? How are we gonna now resolve this situation? And I feel like it's in every situation, there's nothing that is too crazy that he's like, "Listen, you're on your own."
Yeah.
Like he's always present. That's my experience of him being loyal. How about you guys?
My experience was a bit different. So I was in church, and when my dad passed away, and I found that in church, and I just ran away because I was like, this is a bit orcs. So I ran away, and then loads of people in church were calling my phone. I was like, forget about this. So I went to get a burger, as you do. I don't know why. I went to get a burger, then I got in an Uber to my house from the burger place, and then Antonio texted me something, and he just texted me, "We laughed together, we cried together," and I was like, I can't be at home by myself, and I felt like God's loyalty be like, actually, you need to be around people in this time. And then I remember being back in service, and I broke down and crying, obviously. But you know, you don't want people to know you're crying, so you try to run to the toilet. And as I was running to the toilet, people came and met me there, and it was kind of like, like, God, you're loyal, like, you know what I need, and when I need it, rather than me being like, I'm on my own. So I think that was a time when I knew God was loyal.
Nice.
And I think, for me, it goes back to the whole loyalty being a long-term thing. Like, I've known of God all my life, like, grew up in church with my family, but never knew him. But now I look at it, and now I'm in a relationship with him, can kind of see that I can look 10, 20, I'm 28, so how many years back, as far as I can remember, and then see like, oh no, he's been there and there and there.
Yeah.
Still, I didn't really give him time. I didn't really know him too much, just knew of him.
Yeah.
But to me, that's like, he's been loyal because he's been in my life for all this time.
Yeah. And what I love is like our response to God in terms of his loyalty. I feel like Romans 3 talks about how like, if God is so faithful, should we then be unfaithful? And it's actually like, no, our response should always be, we live in a space of faith. We live in a space of actually, we're going to go from faith to faith, and we're going to believe that because of the work that he's doing in us, we actually get to now live this beautiful life with him, and we can rely on him in every season, because his faithfulness doesn't depend on our faithfulness. It depends, it's because he is so, so good. And I think a beautiful example of that is Peter. Like in the Bible, in terms of, you know, like when he rejected God 3 times and said, listen, like I don't know him. But when he saw Christ, literally he ran straight to him because he knew that Christ would be so loyal and stuff. So I want to encourage you guys in your cruise and stuff,
continue the conversation. Literally answer those 3 questions that are on the screen and have a good time. See ya.